What's going on? This is Elko back here with another video after a good while. My sincere apologies. So for today, what I actually have is more of like a suggestion, a humble suggestion from me to, and as you would probably know by the title of this video, what I'm simply requesting or suggesting for my fellow people out there is to learn to think for yourself and by yourself. And for those of us that are into reading books and writing books would actually realize what an amazing and powerful tool thinking is, like imagination. As we all know that one of the fundamental differences between us and animals is actually the fact that we were able to think, we can actually resonate. So the reason why I say it's important to think for yourself and by yourself is firstly the fact that it's going to help you in many aspects of life. My teacher at school said something that touched me. He said, out of 100% of us, 2% of the people actually think. 3% of the people would like to think that they think. And 95% would rather die than think. So what's interesting is the fact that we somehow even refuse to think for ourselves. What do I mean by that? This has to do with a lot of the innovations that come up in the modern world. If I give you something, or if something is brought onto you and it is said that it's good for you, we at times lack the ability to just sit and think, how exactly is this good for me? What good will it do to me? Not just that, but also in the mere concept that we're fed on a daily basis. But if I tell you that the sky is blue, I'm not saying just look at the sky and go, oh, it is blue. What I'm saying is look at the sky and go, why and how is the sky blue? That's the conversation. As opposed to stopping and believing the fact that it's blue, think about how exactly and what makes the sky blue. If I bring to you something that I just made myself and I call it a cell phone and I say, this is going to be good for you. Or you need to think by yourself and go home and say, how exactly is a cell phone going to benefit me? Is it even going to benefit me? What good is it going to do to me? So having all those conversations is something we very much lack. The ability to just not take what is being fed to us, but also just to reflect upon that, to think by ourselves. You can't let anybody else think for you, because I think the moment you let another person think for you, they then get to dictate what will work for you. They get to dictate what to do with you. They get to manipulate you. They get to control you. They even get to choose how you think. Robert Orwell says in the book 1984 that the biggest thing in the hands of the oppressed, is the mind of the oppressed. So that's all that there is to it. My advice for the day, or my lesson for the day, would be to learn how to think for yourself and by yourself. Otherwise, you're always going to be played by the man who's thinking in your place. Thank you.